Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2025 Liberty Lottery! The 18th annual Liberty Lottery begins with the following contest scheduled for one fall for the VCW Liberty Championship. Introducing first the challenger. He hails from Salem, Oregon, and weighed in at 194 pounds, Lightning Parker Lee!
Welcome to not only the biggest event in VCW history, but the single biggest independent wrestling show in the state of Virginia's long and storied history with the sport. This is the 2025 Liberty Lottery, coming to you from the very first time from the Portsmouth Pavilion in Portsmouth, Virginia. I am Jason Heat. I will be one half of your host tonight, along with my colleague, Metheny, who is also handling the ring announcing duties for tonight. And we are being joined for one night only by the former and returning commissioner of VCW, the esteemed Mr. George Pantis.
Introducing his opponent, now residing at Mount Vernon, Virginia, weighing in at 207 pounds. He is the reigning and defending VCW Liberty Champion, Commander King!
We are starting off with a Liberty title match. In the ring right now is Parker Lee, the Lightning, making his debut. And he is going up against a man who knows that to ignore history is to be doomed to repeat it. A student of the game, and the only wrestler with 2 titles, 2 honorifics as his names. He is Commander King. The current Liberty champion, who pays homage to the forefathers of our great nation, has put Myron Malone in the rear view after multiple attempts. Myron Malone is no longer allowed to challenge for the Liberty Championship, and that means the field of contenders was wide open. Our board of directors has been scouting talent, and they found this incredible prospect, the sparked speedster Parker Lee, who is walking in with a heck of a mountain to climb. But what an opportunity for this young man to potentially start his first night in VCW by winning the Liberty Championship. I'm joined now by Metheny. What an incredible atmosphere it is here at the Portsmouth Pavilion.
Jason, it is a packed house here at the Portsmouth Pavilion. It is a wonderful place to be, a beautiful evening for the biggest event in VCW history, kicking off with this amazing title match with a newcomer and Commander King facing off. It's going to be a great night.
All the research on Parker Lee is that this man is lightning fast with shocking precision offense. Of course, Commander King, pound for pound, maybe the strongest wrestler on the roster. They say that styles makes fights. We are looking at 2 very different approaches to pro wrestling to start the night off. You mentioned that this is the biggest event in VCW history. Not only that, this is the biggest event in independent wrestling in the history of the state of Virginia. We are so happy to have you joining us, watching this event as we start off with the Liberty title on the line.
And really like you said, there's a lot of speed, there's a lot of lightning, if you'll pardon the pun, for Parker Lee, but not a ton of, already quick cover. Speaking of lightning.
Starting fast.
I mean,
and 2 right now, 2 attempts, not a 2 count.
I mean, he could catch Commander King sleeping. There he go, one more time.
Backslide, that is 3 pinning predicaments in the opening seconds of this match, and Commander King intercepting.
And Commander King showing that strength, not just catching, but then flipping over and slamming Parker Lee to the mat, showing that power and why he has had an iron grip on that championship.
Commander King has finally put Myron Malone in the rear view and has also proven that he doesn't need anyone to get the job done. We've seen Commander King in the past with cronies, with managers, but he has proven he doesn't need anyone but himself to be a champion.
No, you have to wonder if perhaps losing...
Oh, wow.
Oh, beautiful crossbody. This could be it.
Hit right into the legs, potentially a vulnerable area for Commander King, who was clutching at that leg. That may have done a lot of damage.
I mean, that's a... the power base comes from those knees. He needs them to push off. He needs them to lift. He's in a lot of pain right there. Referee Ron Mills getting in there, looking like he's going to check on Commander King, make sure, okay, King saying he's all right, but that's a clear target now for Parker Lee.
Commander King now very unexpectedly on the defense. First blood seemingly going to Parker Lee.
Sorry, go ahead, Jason. That's a beautiful crossbody by Parker Lee there, catching him, but then the wily veteran with the kick to the midsection, taking Lee down, and now just a straight right punch. It's not pretty, but it's effective.
Commander King does not offer respect. You have to earn his respect, and Parker Lee will not earn that respect unless he walks out of here holding that Liberty title.
And that is a high bar for respect, as you said, and one that no one has managed to take from Commander King yet. Nice back elbow there.
Commander King looking to assert his dominance. This is the first time we've seen Commander King with a pinfall attempt. Only one. A lot more work left to do to take down the man who moves like Mercury.
No, I think that was just a message to Parker Lee. That was just I'm coming and I'm going to keep trying this until you are down and out.
Well, one has to wonder if Commander King is offended. Commander King worked incredibly hard to rise up the ranks here, felt overlooked and unnoticed in VCW for years, and here's Parker Lee walking in, well-regarded, well-touted, into a title match, his first night in the company. That can't sit well with many members of the roster.
I'd agree, although the irony is that Commander King said for years all he needed was a shot. Well, that's all Parker Lee needs is a shot, potentially. So it's perhaps some familiarity there. Another cover, just a 1 count.
6 years of pro is Parker Lee, has been rising up the ranks. The experience advantage goes not only the experience advantage, but also the home field advantage here to Desmond King.
I mean, breaking at the referee's count, but of course, if Desmond King gets disqualified, he's still the champion. If he loses the match, he keeps the title.
Championship advantage in full effect for Commander King. It means Parker Lee is going to have to wrestle a very smart match. Kitchen sink right to the gut of Parker Lee.
Just taking the air out of him completely. Commander King going for something else to try to maybe finish this here.
Doesn't matter how good your cardio is if all the air has been forced out of your diaphragm by that kitchen sink, and now the gourd buster.
Just a beautifully executed move, and also not just beautifully executed, but demonstrating the power of Commander King.
And Commander King forcing Parker Lee back into the center of the ring. You saw Parker was trying to roll to the outside, maybe force a bit of a timeout. Commander King said, not on my watch.
That is, if you'll pardon the pun, impressive ring generalship by Commander King, knowing where the ropes are, getting back to the center, and going for the pin.
There's a reason that many call him General Commander King.
There is, and of course then he has 3 titles, which is even more impressive.
Well, technically 1 title and 2 names.
That's true as well.
But Commander King has really elevated himself, earning this spot not only as champion, but opening one of the biggest shows in memory under the brightest lights here, our first time at the Portsmouth Pavilion. Commander King now, and maybe almost a 1.9, I would say, not even a full 2 for Commander King.
Yeah, it's the longest count we've seen so far, but not particularly long. And Parker Lee just showing really impressive resilience. He's taken some pretty big shots from Commander King and still just keeps coming.
Commander King now working over the midsection of Parker Lee, trying to continue to compromise his back, his abs. Effectively, like you said, if you can't move, your speed is not an asset.
Absolutely, you can't move and you can't breathe. I mean, knocking that air out, that is of vital importance, because if you can't breathe, you also can't move, you can't fly, can't do anything, you're just gonna lose.
Parker Lee is known for a big duck, dive, and dodge offense, and right now Commander King has not allowed Parker Lee to get out the gates since the early moments of this match.
Maybe turning things around there, though, that boot to the face. Parker Lee looks like he wants to go up top on a little bit of wobbly legs there. This may be taking longer than it should for him.
Struggling to reach the heights necessary, and that costs Parker Lee as Commander King had it scouted, and now it's Commander King climbing the mountain.
And just hoisting Parker Lee up to that middle rope. What is he going for here? A beautiful back into the ring suplex.
That is that pound for pound power on display by the tank of VCW. He does not need to call the cavalry. Commander King is all he needs. Cover right now, leg hooked, and at the last moment, Parker Lee still has something left inside.
And I feel like I'm starting to see some frustration on Commander King's face there, Jace. I mean, I think he really expected that would be enough to put him down, to put Lee down, and it just wasn't.
Commander King came in expecting a dominant victory, maybe almost a coronation, though that goes against the spirit of our great nation. No kings.
Well, so they say. But Commander King now really on the back foot all of a sudden here with that dropkick to the face. It has really put him in a bad way.
Parker Lee proving he deserves the opportunity. He has been provided. He is proving the scouts right. This man may be the ultimate underdog, but has every opportunity to walk out a champion tonight.
Absolutely, and a kip up there. Suddenly Parker Lee in control. Commander King backed into the corner. We could have a new champion here, Jason.
Electrifying offense may signal a changing of the guard. I didn't realize tonight was election night. We may be bringing in a brand new commander-in-chief for VCW.
And a beautiful cutter by Parker Lee there.
That is the bolt cutter. It strikes like lightning. Only need for it to strike once, but Commander King manages to get the shoulder up.
Commander King just finding a way, showing that resilience. It's made him a champion, but boy, that was close.
There's a reason Commander King has found himself in this position. He is proving it time and time again with every win. Want to re-emphasize by himself. No backup, no Cassius Cash Carter, no Big AC, no Neil Sharkey. This is all, win or lose, on the shoulders of the Commander.
Oh, absolutely. Commander King has shown that he can do it all, but he's found maybe his match here with Parker Lee, rolling, looking for, I'm not sure, but it gets hung up on the ropes there. Commander King
looking to cut. The lightning down to size. He calls that. Commander is coming.
He was coming and he collided. A brutal clothesline there.
The warning doesn't do much. When the Commander is coming, he gets you lifting to failure, and this is going to be the end. Commander King retains.
Here is your winner, and still ECW Liberty Champion, Commander King!
In the center of the Mid-Atlantic, Commander King reigns supreme. There will not be a change in leadership. We continue to be led into battle by our commander, Commander King.
And you have to wonder, Jason, who can possibly take that title from Commander King?
A bold effort by Parker Lee. Hope to see him back in VCW, but on such a monumental night, it is a monumental victory for the Commander, the King.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please join me in welcoming the host of the Liberty Lottery, Portsmouth's own Tim Loulies.
Local comedian and expert politician. It's the host of the Liberty Lottery, the Big 4-4, Tim Loulies. We are in his backyard, so I suppose it only makes sense to allow the man to guide us through the night. We don't have to like it, but we do have to respect it. Tim Loulies has been an institution here in VCW, and honestly, we're still not sure why. Not quite the hometown reception that Tim Loulies may have hoped for, but also not unexpected. Every family's got a black sheep, and this one's Portsmouth.
Introducing a two-time top 5 Liberty Lottery finisher, world famous comedian, the Big 4-4, Tim Loulies.
You're all welcome. My stand-up comedy has given an economic boost to this city much larger than Drake has done for Toronto. And I come out here wearing our city's colors and you boo me? Hey, listen, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here either. This entire audience smells like Metro mobile phones and prepaid debit cards. Yeah, okay. And while we're down here right next to City Hall, I do want to talk about it. Where's my street named after me? You give Missy Elliott a street? Where's Timothy Michael Loulies Boulevard at? Now, your favorite commissioner, George Pantis, wanted to threaten me on Wavy TV 10 the other day of putting me in the lottery for the 3rd consecutive year. Now I'm gonna go, just in case this happens, I'm gonna go ahead and forewarn everyone in that locker room tonight. Y'all see these boots? You see these wrestling boots? See those wrestling boots? These boots were handcrafted in the basement below the Hart family dungeon. So I have a feeling you guys are gonna see much more of me later tonight.
Don't threaten me with a bad time.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall, and it is for the VCW Tag Team Championships. This match is brought to you by Yates Flooring. Introducing first the challengers, hailing from York, Pennsylvania, at a combined weight of 441 pounds, Two Nice Trace partner, Smooth Paul Mitchell. They are Nice and Smooth.
Two young men who have taken Virginia by storm. Two Nice Trace Parker, Smooth Tom Mitchell. Together, they are Nice and Smooth, and together, they are the #1 contenders to the Tag Team Championships. One could say that they should actually be the champions already. They scored what seemed to be a pinfall victory over the champions, a decision that was overturned. We'll get more into that in just a moment.
Introducing their opponents, hailing from the slums of the capital, at a combined weight of 421 pounds, they are the reigning and defending VCW Tag Team Champions, Mikey Baker and Josh Fuller. They are Delinquents.
I was going to start by saying two-time Tag Team Champions, but this scheduled tag team contest may have just hit a speed bump. Josh Fuller being wheeled out on a wheelchair and being accompanied by that snake oil salesman Neil Sharkey and his best friend Saul Esparza. we did not receive any injury report that Josh Fuller would be unable to compete, but clearly the man is in no condition being hoisted into the arms of his tag team partner, best friend, mobility assistant, Mikey Banker. And there is no way that Josh Fuller is in condition to defend these titles. If indeed this injury is legitimate, it was Fuller who had his foot put on the ropes at the last moment by Mikey Banker after a 3 count seemingly was already counted that forced a restart of the tag title match. We're gonna need to get some kind of clarification, though you can't trust a word that comes out of Neil Sharkey's mouth.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, this brave young man, Josh Fuller, trained long, he trained hard for this match. And in the midst of his hard training, suffered a major injury. A debilitating injury. So I talked to Mikey, I talked to Josh. We made a little business deal. So for tonight, since Josh is unable to compete, Mikey Banker will be teaming tonight with the Spice, Saul Esparza. Wait. Listen up, guys, because this pertains to you. Now, of course, since one half of the VCW Tag Team Champions cannot compete tonight, he can't compete. Therefore, I'm now proclamating that this is now a non-title match. Sorry, guys. Sorry. The champ can't compete. I'm sorry. Maybe next time.
Hold on. Sharky, who made you commissioner? Sharky, I'm right here. Who made you commissioner? Now, last time I checked, tonight is my night. Tonight, I'm the VCW commissioner for one more time. Fans, you want to see a title match? I can't hear you. Well, if you want it, you got it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is for the VCW Tag Team titles. Ring that bell, Brandon, and let's get this match going. Whoopah!
Well, for the best laid plans of mice and sharks, it looks like this will be a tag team title match with Saul Esparza playing a de facto delinquent, Mikey Banker, and Saul Esparza defending against Nice and Smooth. We're starting off with Mikey Banker and Too Nice Trace Parker. A lot has happened in a very short time, Brandon.
Well, safe to say, this did not go how we expected or how the Delinquents and Neil Sharkey expected. They expected to weasel out of their tag team title match, but Commissioner for the Night, George Panta, says, no, that match is happening, and it's for the titles.
Hate to give any credit to Neil Sharkey. I don't know if you can call it weaseling out. If Josh Fuller, potentially big if, is legitimately injured, tag made now to Smooth Tom Mitchell, then it does make sense. Potentially, double team there by Nice and Smooth.
Well, as far as getting up from the chair he was sitting in.
It does make sense for this to potentially be a non-title match, except for the fact that perhaps Nice and Smooth really should be the champions already. They lost under very, very circumspect circumstances.
Well, I mean, they thought they won the championships, and the referee saw that Josh Fuller's foot was on the ropes. So
Josh Fuller's foot was potentially moved after the 3 count was over, now double teaming Saul Esparza, who was not planning to come here to defend a title. That's a lot more pressure.
No, Saul Esparza was not at all expecting any of that. And Josh Fuller, I mean, is well enough to grab an ankle, apparently.
This is effectively a 4-on-2 handicap match right now. It's not just Saul Esparza and Mikey Banker, it's also Neil Sharkey and Josh Fuller, who is hobbling around quite ably on the outside.
But still somehow managed to find a way to cause chaos.
Blindsided there by Saul Esparza, who is very close friends with the Delinquents. We've seen them team in six-man action here before, so this does make sense as a substitution. Though you know the real reason that Esparza's out here is because Sharkey was able to get double pay. Esparza's still in the Liberty Lottery.
Absolutely. Trace Parker in the ring taking a tremendous beating. Tom Mitchell on the outside. It's also, this is tough for Nice and Smooth because they couldn't prepare for Esparza. They didn't expect him. They expected the normal Delinquents.
Mikey Banker getting two there. The speed and the size of the Delinquents, of course, there is no substitution for your longtime tag team partner. So as much as it is a surprise for Nice and Smooth, they're still a more cohesive unit than Esparza and Banker.
Absolutely. I mean, while we've not seen a Banker and Esparza tag as a single two-person tag team, we've seen Esparza have tremendous success. Very smart ring IQ there.
Showing why he is the spice. Very spicy offense by Saul Esparza.
Multi-time Liberty champion Saul Esparza. He's been very successful in VCW, and this is a smart pick by Delinquents as a fill-in.
This could benefit Saul Esparza. He wins this match. Does he become one half of the tag team champions?
I'm sure we will see right here. Just two. I'm sure there is some sort of contractual agreement to decide what happens in that situation. But who knows? I mean, at this point, I think the Delinquents are just happy to keep the titles however they can.
Neil Sharkey does not negotiate personally unfavorable terms. I am sure that there is quite a bonus here tonight if Esparza is able to help retain these titles. And Josh Fuller, not able to be an impactful physical member of the match, but so much of what Josh brings to the table is his mind. He's been a bit of a player coach for the Delinquents. So between Fuller and Sharkey, there's a lot of brain power outside the ring.
There is. There's a lot that Josh Fuller can do, as you said, without even being in this match. Guys, he has no doubt drawn up this game plan. He is passing notes to Mikey Banker the whole time. So his presence still very much being felt.
Trace Parker, desperate to make the tag to smooth Tom Mitchell.
And Seguri there takes Esparza down.
Yes, and the tag is made to the man who is smoother than a satin jacket. The Kenny G of professional wrestling, Tom Mitchell.
And beautiful offense here. Back elbows, clotheslines, back suplex there. Tom Mitchell in control.
Power on display by the lean and live Tom Mitchell.
And Mikey Banker, not a small man he's throwing around like that.
Mikey Banker is a gargantuan competitor who moves like a cruiserweight.
Josh Fuller again grabbing the foot of Tom Mitchell.
Tom Mitchell was able to fend off the attack. So close to seeing new tag team champions, and now Neil Sharkey beginning to get worried. He only gets on the apron when he thinks he's in danger.
And to your point again about the 4-on-2 functional match this is, Neil Sharkey getting involved in a way that he has no business doing, but could be very effective for his client and for the future of these titles.
Nice and smooth outnumbered by double, and Saul Esparza sneaking in.
Yeah, Trace Parker never saw him get in the ring there. Beautiful right hand by Esparza.
No one throws a forearm like Saul Esparza. Now a senton right to the kisser.
Beautiful off the back of Mikey Banker. Straps coming down. Banker getting serious here.
Explosive offense by Mikey Banker. Saul Esparza was trying to play defense, but turned his eyes off the prize for just a second too long.
Absolutely, just enough for Trace Parker to be able to knock him over, take him down. And what is Josh Fuller doing now?
Fuller throwing in the crutch, which may be both literal and metaphoric for the Delinquents right now.
I think it is, but Saul Esparza will use it. Trace Parker ducks.
Wild swing, and that crutch almost ricocheting into the front row.
Flying out of the ring, Trace Parker, Mikey Banker going at it now. Beautiful counter by Parker.
Double team here, nice and smooth. Tom is legal, and we have new champions.
Here are your winners, and the new VCW Tag Team Champions, Trace Parker, Tom Mitchell,
been righted here in Portsmouth at the Liberty Lottery. The title change that many say should have happened last month is now official.
No question at that time, center of the ring, nice and smooth. Frankly, had just been on this beautiful track up to the championship, and they have gotten what is theirs, and the VCW Tag Division better watch out.
All credit to Mikey Banker. He was tagging with a man that is not his partner and clearly doesn't seem as invested. Saul Esparza already halfway to the locker room to prep for the Liberty Lottery. I have to imagine there will be a petition for the Delinquents to get a rematch, but it doesn't take away this accomplishment. These two men came in, and within, I would say, 4 matches have gone from unknowns to champions of the tag team division.
Absolutely. There may be a rematch coming, but you cannot deny, nice and smooth tonight. We're the better men. We're the better team. We have new champions, and the future is very, very bright.
Your grandma's favorite wrestlers are also now the tag team champions. They're very, very good boys.
When I was 10 years old, I had a big birthday party. I invited every kid in school, and nobody showed up. Last year, I turned 40 years old. That's a milestone. And I invited Brandon Scott to my birthday party, and you know what? He didn't show up either. I'm offering big money. To the individual that beats Brandon Scott in this ring and then holds him long enough for me to kick him right in his family jewels. So tonight, the director's blockbuster bounty starts with Chulo Montana. I know you're going to do a good job. Yep.
The slice of excellence!
No! Kick out! Come on!
This is Miles Hawkins, the chosen bounty hunter for
Great job. Thank you so much. You're going to do me proud, I'm sure.
And it doesn't matter. Baller, elbow, center, driving a stake through the heart. Wait, crucifix, and Brandon Scott steals it. So win or lose, this man is apparently going to get his satisfaction. Tuning up the bandit. Oh, no! All that stretching just to hit the wrong pair. The former Virginia heavyweight champion, Joseph Keys. He's done the dirty work of the director before. Slice of excellence again! Brandon Scott! Brandon Scott's gonna make it 3 in a row! Brandon Scott's got his hands.
He's going to get the revenge he has been looking for.
This is the blockbuster.
Hang on! Here comes the reason!
Of course it is. It's always from behind.
Look at me! Look at me!
Oh, wow.
I want to do that to you at the Liberty Lottery because it's going to be you one-on-one with the reason. I always knew you were just a little bitch. Just like your wife.
Wait a second!
Okay, he crossed the line! Jerry Stephenson's crossed the line, but the reason is right there.
Stephanitis is going to regret this. I think we're going to look back in the future and say that this was the moment that a lot of things changed for a lot of people, and a lot of people's careers were never the same.
Okay.
The 18th Annual Liberty Lottery continues with the following contest scheduled for one fall. In this match, falls count anywhere in the city of Portsmouth. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by the director, Jerry Stephanitis. Hailing from Kearney, Texas, weighing in at 250 pounds, the Reason!
You have front row seats to the blockbuster finale of the the ball-busting finale of the Directors Summer Blockbuster. And there is a long history of enmity and hatred between these two men, Jerry Stefanitsis and George Pantis. George Pantis has been the thorn in the side of Jerry Stefanitsis for over a decade, and the director has felt unencumbered in the last 2 years after the retirement of our commissioner. But tonight, on the eve of potentially the director's greatest triumph, he has to deal with an old foe. The reason, the first AD of Jerry Stefanitsis refers to himself somewhat comically as the youngest lion, the Simba of Virginia, and tonight he is the fixer for the director's problem.
Introducing his opponent, hailing from Robbinsdale, Minnesota, weighing in at 191 pounds, Mr. Excellence, Brandon Scott.
The director has only one goal, one mission in life, and that is to humiliate Brandon Scott here on the biggest stage possible. And Jerry Stefanitsis has all his attention facing the stage. Unfortunately, he's looking in the wrong direction. This is Falls Count Anywhere, and the hits can come from any direction because Brandon Scott is already on the offense. And I gotta assume that this match is getting underway at any moment, and it is Falls Count Anywhere in the city of Portsmouth. Jerry Stefanitsis has made it his life's mission to kick Brandon Scott in the family jewels in front of everyone here, and that is a very good reason for Brandon Scott to be on immediate offense as defense.
Absolutely. I mean, look, Jerry Stefanitsis is out there. Jerry's not the most imposing physical feature, we'll say, but he does have that kendo stick. This is a Falls Count Anywhere match, so it's very smart, as you said, for Brandon to immediately be on the offense here. And Jerry's continuing Ahab-like obsession. We're near the ocean with Brandon Scott's family jewels.
Well, Brandon Scott has survived all the bounty hunters so far, fending off Chulo Montana, Miles Hawkins, even the top G, Joseph Keys, which means now officially it's staying in the family. And the head stooge, the first AD of Jerry Stefanitsis, the reason tasked with getting the job done.
Look, I find the reason to be a personally unpleasant human being, but his skill in the ring and his ability to get things done is second to none.
Brandon Scott made the very, very unfortunate decision in retrospect not to attend Jerry Stefanitsis' 40th birthday party.
Okay, we're coming up here, folks.
Yeah, well, we are in the thick of it now.
I'm not sure what is Brandon? I mean, Falls Count Anywhere includes on the stage, I suppose.
Right here on the stage of the Portsmouth Pavilion, and there is no padding. There is no support. That is going to hurt both men.
I mean, folks, we felt that in our feet. That was a thud. If Brandon's not going to cover right now, this match could be over. The reason, just shouting in pain.
And you see that Brandon Scott clutching his back as well, suffering ill effects from that suplex. And
I mean, folks, this is a hard stage. This is not, and Jerry Stefanitsis, very wisely, by the way, staying down on the floor of this venue.
This is no disqualification, Falls Count Anywhere. All of this is legal as now Brandon Scott dragging the reason headfirst into that railing.
And Brandon Scott just walking reason wherever he wants to at this point.
Again, this all started because Jerry Stefanitsis threw himself a birthday party, and instead of attending, Brandon Scott got ready for his main event match, and it has become the decision Brandon Scott has been paying for ever since.
It's also worth pointing out, that was Jerry's 40th birthday, and Jerry's about to turn 42.
Yeah,
it's been 2 years.
Literal years ago. The man knows how to hold a grudge. DDT, center of the ring.
This could be it right here.
Wait a second, the referee is not paying attention.
Referee, did he catch an elbow or something? What is going on
I think
here?
he caught a payoff.
Okay, well now it's, I mean, he's just refusing to make the count now. This is ridiculous. Look, we have an unusual ref in the ring, not one of our normal refs, not Brandon Walker, not Ron Mills. So clearly this is a hand-picked official by Jerry Stefanidis.
Yeah, it's pretty clear that the Hall brothers are on the tape.
Right, I mean, this is not...
They are Hall stars of corruption.
They very much are, and now getting to a shoving match with Brandon Scott. These fans are very upset. Attempting a clothesline, a super kick straight to the side, and the slice of excellence. This is just, I mean, I'm an official now, but
it is
deserved.
Positive for Brandon Scott because he got a bit of retribution, but it's a negative because there is no way for this match to end right now, and this can't be the end of the tricks for Jerry Stefanidis as the Reason catches Brandon in midair.
And runs him into the corner of that ring post.
Not once, but twice.
And folks, these are not round ring posts, they are square ring posts. That corner is hard, that is hardened steel.
Right into the small of your back. Steel meets spine, and now it's the steel chair as well.
And the Reason just that fast, back in control here. Jerry Stefanidis is suddenly looking a lot happier and getting a lot closer to the action.
Well, of course, he has stacked the deck completely against Brandon Scott. He's got a kendo stick, he's got an enforcer, and he clearly has the officials in his pocket.
I will say, he stacked the deck before, and Brandon Scott has won. So, I mean, Brandon Scott showing remarkable resilience over the last several months. This may be too much, but he's done it so far.
This is why you really have to be careful who you offend in life. It can have very, very long-lasting consequences.
Absolutely.
Jerry Stefanidis already seeming like he's taking a victory lap.
I mean, he's for the reason. I almost said he, saying Jerry. The Reason's from the control, and frankly, when I say the Reason, I might as well say Jerry Stefanidis because they're functionally one and the same.
This is Brandon Scott's 20th year in wrestling, and if the director has his way, it's going to be Brandon's last.
I mean, Brandon Scott, former VCW heavyweight champion, former VCW Liberty champion. There's no reason to have this grudge. Jerry Stefanidis should be looking at Brandon Scott as a big moneymaker for him.
Slice of excellence! Said in stereo, but there is no official, no way to make the count, even if the Reason wasn't rolling out of the way, and it wouldn't matter. It's false count anywhere. Wait a second.
Boy, that ref compares a striking resemblance to our previous ref.
Yeah, you can get rid of the mustache, but you can't fool me. Actually seems like that ref was going to call it right down the middle.
Yeah, it was a legitimate count, but Jerry Stefanidis, again, false count anywhere, no disqualification. Jerry Stefanidis is breaking it up and has now gotten the target of Brandon Scott's ire.
The referee may be making the right call that Jerry Stefanidis is not actually a member of this match. Wait, no! And now the referee showing his true colors.
And apparently the whole thing was just a ruse that Brandon Scott saw through like it was used tissue paper.
And a leopard can't change their spots. A Hall shouldn't wear the stripes. They don't deserve to be officials in this company.
No, they don't. Brandon Scott stalking Jerry Stefanidis like he is stalking his prey.
Like there's no more defense. Like nothing is left in the tank. And now, turnabout is fair play. I think we're gonna see, well, basically maybe no more children for the director.
Oh, that's unfortunate for him. Brandon Scott tossing away the kendo stick, being the bigger man here perhaps. Jerry Stefanidis is trying to make a deal of some sort.
Maybe it's bygones be bygones. It's been a long, rough year, and no! Cheaper than a vasectomy, but none of the Novocaine.
No, that's effective, but it is not pleasant. And I think that was that offer being rejected.
Hope you were happy stopping at one, Jerry, because the lineage is over.
Yeah, that decision's made for you. And George Pantis down there now.
George Pantis has to be thrilled to see the comeuppance to his longtime rival.
I mean, the things that Jerry Stefanidis has done to and said about George Pantis are I cannot repeat them on this commentary table.
Well, they rival what he has done to Brandon Scott, if you can believe it. Maybe the two men who have faced the most ire of Jerry Stefanidis and Brandon, maybe looking to invite George Pantis into the ring to take part of this slightly premature celebration.
George Pantis, there we are struggling. For those who don't know, George Pantis recovering from knee replacement surgery, so very impressive to see him walking around, let alone climbing in a wrestling ring.
Which just shows how important it is for George Pantis, our former commissioner of 20 years, to be here tonight and also to be here for the downfall of the director, the ball-busting finale.
And George Pantis rolling up the sleeves, taking the kendo stick from Brandon Scott, going for Devantes. This is going to be so cathartic for everyone in the building, all of us, Brandon, George, it's going to be great.
Over 10 years in the making, and of course, George Pantis has the authority to make the count. No! No! Brandon, what did we just witness?
I don't know. I don't understand.
What just happened? And this was crooked from the jump, and we had no idea to what extent.
Here is your winner, The Reason!
It doesn't feel real. George Pantis just did the dirty work of Jerry Stefanitsis.
I mean, the shocked faces around the ring in this venue, and a hug. I mean, embracing the devil in the ring.
It is a feeling of true revulsion that I'm experiencing in my chest to watch George Pantis sully his reputation and his name. And Brandon Scott humiliated in front of his family and his friends. And maybe the only silver lining is it wasn't Jerry Stefanitsis that got to hit Brandon Scott in the family jewels.
I mean, I think that might be come anyway, and I know it's worse to be attacked by a friend than an enemy. Just I don't know what to say.
The Reason has scored a victory over a surefire first ballot Hall of Famer. And after fending off attack after attack, Brandon Scott could not fend off the betrayal he did not see coming. A truly upsetting sight here, as these officials deserve to be disbarred, and Brandon Scott left laying. The smile on the Reason's face says it all. He did the dirty work, and you can guarantee he is going to get a bonus for that.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we get to our next match, I want to take a moment to recognize two of our sponsors. Ask all of you to take out your phones, open Instagram, and two accounts for you to follow. First, the Stephen L. Washington Law Firm at I Know Stephen L. Thank you, Stephen L. Washington, for sponsoring part of tonight's event. And also at Brawlers Brawl MMA, who has their next event coming up, October 18th MMA event at the Dome in Virginia Beach.
The hits just keep coming here at the Liberty Lottery. I don't know why Loulies is coming to me. Our host for the evening.
No. The only page y'all should be following is the Loulies Lounge. Sir, do you follow the Loulies Lounge on Instagram? I wasn't interested anyways. How about you, sir? Do you follow the Loulies Lounge on Instagram? I wasn't asking you anything. Keep your Instagram apps open or your TikTok. Follow You know what? We have Eric Kovic of Remax Realty in here tonight. He gives out ice cream scoops. I have a scoop for you. Don't buy a home in Portsmouth. Buy one in Virginia Beach, Norfolk, even Newport News. I'm also glad that Stephen L. Washington Law Firm is in here tonight, because there's a lot of you that look like you belong in jail. You look like you belong in jail. You look like you belong in jail. You look like you did 30 years in jail. Make sure to get his business card. Now I'm gonna go in the back and stretch a little bit more because you know the Ballers Brawl MMA is in here recruiting me tonight. We have a big England ahead. Thank you, Brandon Metheny.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the Liberty Lottery match, brought to you by the Stephen L. Washington Law Firm at I Know Stephen L. Thank you for your support of VCW. In this match, 2 wrestlers will begin in the match. When the bell rings every 60 seconds, another wrestler will join. They were drawn in order at random by you, the fans at ringside earlier this evening. Wrestlers are eliminated when they go over the top rope and both feet touch the floor. The last wrestler remaining in the ring will be declared the winner and will receive a championship match for the VCW title of their choosing. Introducing the wrestler drawn at number 1, Alexander Cruz.
We're going to see the unlucky man who drew number 1, making his debut here in VCW. It is Alexander Cruz. The rules of this match are simple. 20 people will enter. 1 will survive. If you are thrown out over the top rope and both feet touch the floor, you are eliminated. Otherwise, most anything goes. But statistically, you are at a disadvantage if you are one of these early numbers because you have to survive 19 other competitors. And your odds improve drastically if your number is called later. And Cruz has no one to blame but the fans. These entries were drawn at random by our audience here at ringside. A rookie with less than a year of experience. What a debut it would be to start from number 1 and walk out as the number 1 contender to one of VCW's prestigious titles. This is the event, the reason we're here at the Portsmouth Pavilion, the Liberty Lottery 2025. We've seen winners in the recent past like Logan Easton LaRoe.
Introducing a wrestler drawn at number 2, the Money Train, Benjamin Banks.
Tim Spriggs and Erica Lee. One of the biggest stories coming into this year's lottery has involved this man and his potentially erstwhile tag team partner. That would be the Money Train, Benjamin Banks, one half of the Golden Pinky Society. But it remains to be seen if Banks and Diamond Victor Griff are operating on the same page? Will they have each other's backs? Will they even meet in the lottery? And if Banks or Griff go all the way and win the match, will they choose to go for the tag team titles with their partner, or will they act in their own self-interest and pursue a singles career? The Golden Pinky Society had over a year-long run as the tag team champions, but since then they have not come close to sniffing gold. Is tonight the opportunity for them to right that wrong and rectify the drought? Or is this the beginning of the nail in the coffin of the Golden Pinky Society? And an exchange of offerings between Alexander Cruz and Cruz wants to start things off with a dance party. It is a celebration. It's the biggest party in Virginia, Brandon. Why aren't you dancing?
I'm confused more than anything. This is maybe not the best way to win the lottery, but...
Well, but it does actually functionally work. They're not fighting, which means they're not tiring themselves out.
I suppose.
Able to rest a little bit. Maybe this is phenomenal psychological strategy by Alexander Cruz. Well,
I think Benjamin Banks may have reached his limit of amusement.
Thrown the lay off, and the layover is over for Benjamin Banks. We are going to see new entrants every 60 seconds here in this match, and we've already got our first elimination.
Alexander Cruz has been eliminated. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The third entrant in the Liberty Lottery match is Mikey Banker.
Doing double duty is Mikey Banker, one half the Delinquents. He lost the tag team titles earlier tonight, clearly looking to rectify that situation. The menace, Mikey Banker, and Alexander Cruz was here for a good time, not a long time.
Absolutely true, and look, Banker has a mask of some sort on, which is interesting, but look, there's no faster way back to the titles than winning the Liberty Lottery match.
If I saw a man that size with that mask coming at me, I would be terrified.
I would run the other direction. I would not stick around long enough to see what was under it.
The two big men of their respective teams, these men have gone to war before.
They're like two big rams just locking up there, trying to get positioning. You gotta believe that no one can eliminate either of these men by themselves, including each other. It's gonna take some team effort here, and we're gonna have some new people coming in relatively soon.
The Delinquents have faced and beaten the Golden Pinky Society. There is a history of acrimony between these two men. And while Benjamin Banks...
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The fourth entrant in the Liberty Lottery match is Julian Powell Riddick.
While Benjamin Banks has the experience, Mikey Banker may be stronger and faster. And we now have a member of the family making their official debut. We've seen Julian Powell Riddick do security, but he has been training on the side to be a wrestler tonight. He makes his debut here as a pro wrestler.
And I want to point out, Mikey Banker tried to strike a deal with Benjamin Banks to get Julian Powell Riddick out of the match. I don't blame him, because that is a large man. These are three very large men in the ring, Jason.
A lot of beef being produced here in Virginia. Did not realize that we were in such an agricultural center.
Absolutely not. Powell Riddick going for both men. That's a ambitious move, we'll say.
Well, Riddick has had such a great seat to watch all these competitors doing security. Maybe does have a few tricks up his sleeve and taking out both tag team specialists.
Hey, a dual clothesline. If you're that big, it's gonna work. Doesn't matter how much experience you have. Also, something I want to point out, Jason, we saw Mikey Banker have a match not long ago, and it is warm out here. You gotta believe that he is running not at full strength right now.
Yeah, Mikey Banker doing double duty. You can tell just how passionate Banker is about those tag team titles. Wants a guaranteed shot, and now Benjamin Banks, super strong slam, but leaves himself vulnerable to Mikey Banker.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The fifth entrant in the Liberty Lottery match is Nikita.
The Blood Raven makes his return to VCW, bat in hand, a maniacal look on his face, a chaos bringer.
Yeah, it's funny you say the word chaos, Jason, because I was going to say, this is a man whose sole mission is to cause chaos, to just make havoc happen, and there's no disqualifications in lottery. Bring the bat. It makes sense.
In no hurry to get in the ring, because one of these things is not like the other when it comes to size, and that is why the equalizer is very important.
And very effective, too, taking all three men down. Perhaps not the best time to pose, but very effective. Oh, Mikey Banker getting hold of Nikita there.
Mikey Banker may have gotten a hold of the hair of the former Red Devil, but Nikita made him pay for it.
I'm not sure I would have dropped the bat if I was him. That was his great equalizer, as you said. Banker now shooting him off into the corner. Nikita going up top, very dangerous in this kind of match.
Nikita's going to have a very different strategy than the other three men in this match. He lacks the power to push any of these three competitors over the top on his own.
All you got to do is eliminate one, though, to win. You should make sure you're not eliminated first.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The sixth entrant in the Liberty Lottery match is LDJ.
We saw Julian Powell-Riddick absolutely truck through Nikita, and now the Sigma male LDJ.
There is, I think, a smear in the corner where Nikita used to be, and then just a kick to the face by Mikey Banker.
The mercenary is on the mission, and the mission is to leave 19 other men compromised and walk away with a guaranteed title shot.
Make no mistake, LDJ is a danger in there. He has been
Landing right on the forehead is Nikita.
Nikita may have a broken nose, may have a concussion. That was a nasty fall there.
And now Nikita falling victim to Julian Powell-Riddick, despite Riddick's best intentions.
LDJ stacking him up like cordwood out there.
Nikita definitely the worst for the wear.
And standing on top of the mountain is LDJ.
Mission very close to being accomplished for LDJ.
And a partnership of convenience with Benjamin Banks. Banks is wise to make deals with other people until his partner can get in the ring.
We've had 6 entrants so far. We're over 1/4 of the way through the field. Only one elimination.
Holding on, teetering, maybe, could be, stays in the match.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The seventh entrant in the Liberty Lottery match is the Spice Soul Esparza.
The only man we knew was going to be doing double duty tonight.
Well, we knew once the first match began. We didn't know at the start of the night.
Question is there bad blood between Esparza and Banker now, given the way that tag team title match ended up, or will they work together like they did earlier?
I mean, I suspect there's bad blood from Banker's perspective, since Esparza did not get in the ring and help him keep the titles. Esparza, I think, will work with anyone who gives him a chance to win. I think that he is a perfect client for Neil Sharkey because they're both entirely mercenary, have no morals.
Fez press, the ring starting to fill up, and a bite to the skull of the Sigma male.
Yeah, 6 of our 7 entrants are still in there. We only had 1 elimination so far in Alexander Cruz.
Saul Esparza, a former Liberty champion. Will he try and go and reclaim that title, or maybe level up to the heavyweight title? I have to say at this point, Saul Esparza, one of the favorites to win. He has won Battle Royals before, including the inaugural George Washington Memorial Parkway Battle Royal. And the Sigma male is holding on by a thread.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The 8th entrant in the Liberty Lottery match is Myron Malone!
Gonna be as unbiased as I can possibly be, but it's no secret this man is a fan and a favorite of mine. The center of attention, the Spotlight Kid, Myron Malone, and he has been putting on classics and clinics with Commander King, but an old rivalry is being renewed because before Malone and King, it was Nikita and Malone who have been at each other's throats.
Yeah, these two men just plumb don't like each other. And we are seeing it right now, both going for a kick. Everyone else standing by seeing what happens. No reason to get in the middle of this. Let them take each other out.
A negotiation of sorts.
And Julian Riddick showing that power. The big man really impressing our fans here, impressing me too.
The sentimental favorite of the match has become Julian Riddick.
And he's going, he looks like he's trying to get Nikita out. Maybe a little less posing, a little more throwing there. It's inexperience.
And Myron Malone, maybe accidentally providing the assist to mortal enemy Nikita, the Blood Raven.
Yeah, the lottery makes strange bedfellows, that's for sure.
And the sentimental favorite is gone.
Julian Riddick has been eliminated.
And immediately the Blood Raven turns on Malone.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The 9th entrant in the Liberty Lottery match is Chulo Montana. Nikita has been eliminated.
Nikita and Myron Malone worked together just long enough to get an elimination, and then Nikita paid the price. The night for Nikita has been spoiled by the longtime rival. That is 3 eliminations so far as the heartthrob himbo. Chulo Montana, one half of Sexy and Blessed. And is he here on his own, or is he here on behalf of that Sexy and Blessed combination? A heartthrob Hindo with those gyrations, and two men who are oddly very similar, I would say.
That is inappropriate. That's a call from HR.
If you got it, flaunt it, and if you can use it as a weapon, technically it's legal.
Yes, but still, I think that was aggressive.
Well, this is a bit of a mine is bigger than yours competition.
It is.
It's not metaphorical. That's very literal.
No, although the larger men in this match still being very successful. Mikey Banker ducking a leaping LDJ there, very impressive.
Mikey Banker is an incredible athlete, but has made himself a target.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The 10th entrant is Y-Keys.
And again, these numbers were chosen completely at random by our audience, so it is purely the fate of the fans that decided that Y-Keys and Chulo would come in one after another. Y-Keys said it is time to bring the kingdom to Virginia.
I mean, one has to believe that these men are going to go for the tag team titles if either of them wins this match, but that's the trick of winning the lottery. You can go for any championship.
The king of circular reasoning, Y-Keys. He says why? Because he's got the keys to victory. Why? Because Y-Keys. And it goes on and on and on, and the man talks, and then you slowly back away, and hopefully he doesn't notice.
That seems very fair, but I'll tell you what, why there is a couple boots to Mikey Banker's face and Saul Esparza's face.
Great extension, and it does seem like the, wait, Nope, this is still a partnership. Use your friend as a weapon day.
Yes, Chula Montana seemed quite willing to be used as a weapon. Saw Esparza ducks once, but not the second time. LDJ just waiting and takes a kick to the gut from Wykeys.
Chula Montana understands his utility.
Hey, look, it is worthwhile to eliminate everyone else and just have the two of them at the end. Why not work together? It makes sense.
The only tag team currently represented in this match. And this is a match where you will have singles wrestlers, tag team wrestlers, heavyweights. Was Mikey Banker eliminated?
Mikey Banker has been eliminated.
I didn't see it happen. Ron Mills, though, saying Mikey Banker has been eliminated, and we are down our fourth competitor in this match.
Mikey Banker, a rough night for that man who nonetheless showed what an impressive talent he is.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The 11th entry Liberty Lottery match is Deshaun Lemore Vivant.
We're officially in the back half of the lottery. This is number 11 and a number debut with Deshaun Lemore Vivant, a spiritual man, a Canadian expat, and that makes him one of my personal favorites. I think we all know I'm a CanCon guy. If this man moves to Canada, he's got my vote.
Well, he is another unknown out here. There is the risk and reward, right? It's having your first match in Liberty Lottery is dangerous, but also there's no tape on you, there's no book on you. You are an unknown, and unknowns sometimes pull off miracles.
The size of this Deshaun, hitting him with all the mustard, and that is a very quick positive impression for Lemore Vivant.
Throwing some beautiful drop kicks out there. Jason, what does Lemore Vivant mean?
Oh, I don't know. I failed French, I failed Spanish. I'm literally useless at anything other than English.
Okay, excellent. Well, we're going to stick with Lemore Vivant then, and I'm sure that he is going to, he's got a kick to the face and a leg sweep there. Beautiful tag team maneuver by Wykeys and Chula Montana.
That is why having a tag team partner on the outside will pay immense dividends in this match. Sexy and Blessed looking to eliminate Lemore Vivant, whatever his last name means.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The 12th entry in the Liberty Lottery match is the Platinum Icon, Phil Brown!
I believe that Saul Esparza has been eliminated in the meantime.
I believe that is correct, just as Phil Brown, the veteran, the heart and soul of VCW, making his returning from a long injury layoff. Could he win the Liberty Lottery?
New favorite has got to be Phil Brown. He's got the size, he's got the strength, he's got the experience, and my pick, Saul Esparza, has been eliminated.
Well, and also, Phil Brown has a career like few others in VCW, draped in gold, tons of success, just one of the all-time greats here in the Commonwealth of Virginia.
Red Rover sent Phil Brown right over.
And Phil Brown looking like $1 million out there, just very, very impressive.
Great to see Phil Brown back. Few have the respect that Phil Brown does in the locker room. Saul Esparza muttering epitaphs as he walks by our announce table. Not a great night for the Sharky Tank.
Hey, talk is cheap. You got to win the matches. You can say whatever you want to, but he got eliminated.
What an impressive showing so far for Lemore Vivant. I do believe Mort means death, right?
That is correct, yes.
So what does Vivant mean?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought that you were going to educate me.
I don't know. Why ask you? You're the educated guy here. I'm just a lawyer.
You're a lawyer. You have way more education. It's just not applicable in this match. And it is all breaking down in Portsmouth right now as we have only 8 people left to come out in this match.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The 13th entry in the Liberty Lottery match is Parker Lee.
If at first you don't succeed, enter into the lottery. Parker Lee had an impressive showing against Commander King earlier tonight. Didn't even hit the showers, still warmed up, looking to try and get a rematch.
Parker Lee is one of those guys who can either do wonderfully in this kind of match or terribly. The high-flying stuff keeps people off balance, but also going to the top rope, coming off your feet, makes it easy to get you out of the match as well.
Parker Lee immediately targeted the biggest dog in the yard. You want to make an impression, take out Phil Brown. No fear by the speedster.
No, I mean, as I said, Phil Brown is a legend here in Virginia, and that's who Parker Lee went right after, so kudos to him for that. Now working over Chula Montana in the corner. Ring really filling up. A lot of young talent in there, some guys who've been around for a while. Really anyone's match is when it's hard to pick a favorite, though I think if you force me, I put money on Phil Brown.
A mix of veterans and people making their debut, and it looks like Dijon may be the victim to the tag team. Almost, and now, yes, Vivant has been eliminated.
Deshaun Lemore Vivant has been eliminated. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The 14th entrant in the Liberty Lottery match is George South!
You've got to be kidding me! You want to talk about a legend of the Mid-Atlantic, who made his home at the Norfolk Scope. George South is here!
George South has wrestled a who's who in the NWA, WCW. He has been everywhere. He has done everything. This man is a living legend, and this is a huge surprise in the Liberty Lottery match.
Still going strong, even at his advanced age. George South is a threat.
And you can see the respect the rest of the people in the match have for him, knowing what he brings to this match. South throwing punches, kicks,
rights and lefts.
Big chop to the head of Banks.
Simple but effective. And even George South looked at Phil Brown and said, nah, not you.
Maybe a little later. Going after Myron Malone now, taking after someone in the corner. A smart move, someone who's very close to the ropes, someone good to go after, someone who can be eliminated.
Well, Brown, LDJ, and George South right now, the men in control, but Myron Malone showing no fear, looking to eliminate the legend. What a bullet point on the resume that would be.
Absolutely. If George South doesn't win this match, whoever eliminates him, and Wykeys has been eliminated.
And it looks like Wykeys accidentally eliminated in part by miscommunication with his partner, Chula Montana.
Wykeys has been eliminated. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The 15th entrant to the Liberty Lottery is Piero Tenorio.
Another newcomer here, the pride of Peru, Piero Tenori.
And bringing some assistance with him.
His tag team partner, Christian Rayo, but only Piero is legal in this match. What a night of debuts, people looking to make the ultimate first impression by winning the lottery. And Wykeys catching his tag team partner.
You're doing him a favor that he may not realize Chulo did not do for him.
Well, I don't think it was intentional.
No, but I guess, if he wins, he still gets a tag team title match, so it's worth it. Myron Malone, though.
And now Chula Montana has been eliminated because Wykeys was just a second too slow.
Chula Montana has been eliminated.
LDJ and Myron Malone going at it. Now finally, George South and Phil Brown, the veterans, taking it to each other.
The decades and decades experience between those two men, just remarkable stuff.
And Benjamin Banks still in here since number 2, by far the longest lasting man in this lottery.
Absolutely, and I just point out again, fans, it is warm, we are outside, a ton of energy being taken from everything you have to do, and the fact that Banks is still in here is really remarkable.
The biggest independent wrestling event in the state of Virginia continues, and we're down to the final 5.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The 16th entrant in the lottery match is Trey White!
The sensational Trey White calls himself the Shark of Pro Wrestling. Another newcomer here, But what's important to note is that White is a trainee of what legend? George South.
I mean, George South is the sort of classic, he's forgotten more than you've ever known, and an amazing person to learn from.
But now the student and the teacher may be forced to fight each other. And Torino on the outside, but was not eliminated.
Right, you'd think they would go for a tag team titles, but I don't know, both men might have their eye on singles gold. You never know.
And White taking his sweet time to enter the ring. Very actually wise not to get in the thick of the battle unnecessarily.
Absolutely, don't wear yourself out to put yourself in danger, no reason to do that. You got some combination trying to take out Phil Brown here.
Parker Lee, Dre White, two newcomers looking to make a name at each other's expenses.
Benjamin Banks very wisely catching his breath in the corner, as you said, been in there for a very long time.
And of course, Benjamin Banks also primarily a tag team competitor. It's been a long time since he has had to be in a match where he hasn't been able to call on someone to bail him out. It's a very different kind of cardio.
Right, and you got to believe he's just desperately hanging on until Victor Griff can get into this match. Phil
If
Brown,
he can rely on Victor Griff.
That's an excellent point, and we'll talk about that in just a moment.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The 17th entrant Liberty Lottery match is Irvin Legend!
Now this could be potential backup for Phil Brown. There has been a long time, almost father-mentor relationship between Phil Brown and Irvin Legend, but it's come with a lot of rebellion. Really depends on which side of the bed Legend woke up this morning and how he feels about Phil Brown.
Yeah, Phil Brown has shown Irvin Legend remarkable patience at times, and Legend has done his best to respond and grow, and is really coming into his own recently. This is a big match for him to come back in. He's been a little unwell, had some injury issues. He's back. Let's see what he can do out there.
Immediately going face-to-face with the legend of the Mid-Atlantic, George South.
I mean, I give him credit for being bold enough to do that. I'm not sure it's going to work out super well for him.
If anyone is able to take George South out, that is something that they can brag about for a long time. Parker Lee in danger, and Parker Lee and Dre White have been on each other since the moment White entered the match.
Yeah, there's no history there as far as I know, but they just keep going at each other. Dre White taken down from behind. LDJ, very dangerous space out there on the apron. Finding his way back in the ring.
Many men left in the ring. We're in the bottom 5 now. There are only 3 entries left, and we know the last person is going to be the Greek god Papadon, who earned that coveted number 20 spot.
Dre White dropped on the apron. Very dangerous place to be.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The 18th entry in the Liberty Lottery match is Techno!
He comes from the future. He has made a bright impression on the audience and has a love-hate relationship with Myron Malone.
I'll tell you where he comes from, Jason. He comes from the number 18 spot, a really advantageous position to be in the Liberty Lottery, and immediately putting him on as one of the favorites simply because he has some of the best energy left in his tank and the fewest people to go through.
Well, the real question is, does Techno know something the rest of us don't, given that he comes, or he claims to come, from the future? Maybe he's read the headline that Techno becomes the #1 contender to the heavyweight championship.
Very possibly. Techno in the middle of the ring sees you waiting for something perhaps he knows is coming. Exchanging blows with Irvin Legend. Irvin Legend into the ropes, a dangerous place to be.
Well, it's hard to maneuver with this many men in the ring. People are going to have to start really going for the jugular to clear out the competition, because it could be anyone's match at this point.
It could, and I want to point out again, there are 2 entrants left, and Benjamin Banks still in this match, really with his impressive Iron Man performance.
Dre White has been eliminated.
So long and thanks for all the fish to Dre White, the shark, of pro wrestling will have to find a way to swim another day.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The 19th entrant in the Liberty Lottery match is Diamond Victor Griff.
And now the moment a lot of questions may well be answered. When I interviewed Victor Griff last month, he refused to commit to cashing in for a tag team title shot with Benjamin Banks if he wins this match.
I want to point out, listen to the music, Jason.
It's not.
This is not the Golden Mickey Society music.
No,
this is Diamond Victor Griff's music.
This is a man who seems to be of his own country now. Well, also representing the good old US of A. That is a very patriotic outfit.
It absolutely is. And also, let's not forget the history Diamond Victor Griff has with all things Liberty, as he had one of the great matches in VCW history, a ladder match with Paul London over the VCW Liberty Championship. And it appears the Platinum Icon has been eliminated.
Now, if we want to overtly speculate, we can say that while he came out to his own music, Victor Griff and Benjamin Banks are wearing matching gear.
Phil Brown has been eliminated.
A tough loss for Phil Brown, but it is still so good to have the Platinum Icon back here in VCW. And if the Golden Pinky Society do decide to work together, they have a significant advantage because they're the only tag team in the match. Or are they?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The 20th and final entrant in the Liberty Lottery match is the Greek god Papa Don.
No surprise, Papa Don won this coveted spot to mathematically have the easiest road to walk. And it's fair to say that Papa Don is the most dangerous man in this match, and he's got something to say. Of course he does. Papa Don delivering a soliloquy to Brandon Metheny.
Introducing the greatest wrestler alive today, the Alpha and Omega, the future Liberty Lottery winner and VCW Heavyweight Champion, the Greek God, Papa Don.
Papa Don, the only former heavyweight champion in this match. The Golden Pinky Society have made it to the top of the mountain when it comes to tag team wrestling, but as a singles competitor, no one in this match has the pedigree that Papa Don has. And this is his first time ever entering the Liberty Lottery.
Which seems unbelievable.
Almost inconceivable.
When you told me that earlier, Jason, I had to go look it up in the history books because I couldn't believe it. Papa Don has success. Oh, we just had an elimination out there.
And that is Parker Lee, who has been eliminated.
Has been eliminated.
And more than half the field eliminated now, Jason. We're down to just 9 people left in the match.
Yeah, well, barely more than half the field. Still so many in this match. And Papa Don poking the eye, blinding. And this is the, I think, second elimination for Papa Don as Piero Tenorio is gone. And so is LDJ.
Piero Tenorio has been eliminated. LDJ has been eliminated.
Urban Legend also falling prey to the finger poke of doom.
Legend has been eliminated.
Papa Don has single-handedly eliminated 4 people, and well, there's not a lot he can do to the eyes of Techno, so we went low instead. Never let it be said Papa Don can't adjust the game plan on the fly.
Techno has been eliminated.
And just like that, we're down to 5.
And just that fast, Papa Don eliminates a quarter of the field.
The most dangerous man in the match for a reason. The Golden Pinky Society, the legendary George South, the up-and-comer Myron Malone, and the Alpha and the Omega. Papa Don, those are your final 5 here in the Liberty Lottery 2025.
And really a fascinating final 5. We've got the past, present, and future. We've got a tag team. We've got a former VCW champion. We have a man who has been chasing the Liberty title and has seen his last chance go away. Just so much going on here.
Is this one last ride for George South? Can he take it all the way to the finish line?
Listen, George South, you know, you can always pull something out of your back pocket. This could be his night, although Dive Victor is going for him. Both Gold Pinky Society members going for him.
And the Gold Pinky Society working together, much for the first time, to the crowd's dismay. This may be the first time we've ever heard VCW boo the Golden Pinky Society working together, and to the victors go the spoils.
George South has been eliminated.
That is the 6th elimination in a row for Papa Don, and your final 4 are set. Facing off across from each other are the Golden Pinky Society, Myron Malone and Papa Don.
And again, Benjamin Banks been in there since the start, down to the final 4.
Number 2, and that's a technicality, because whether you're 1 or 2, you've been in the same amount of time.
Right, you've been there since the bell rang at the start of the match.
You just don't get the glory.
Right. Myron Malone, been in there since the first half, he was number 8. And then 2 very, very freshmen, the 2 freshest men, in number 19 and 20 in Griffin Papadon. Really fascinating stuff. We got a tag team who have been having troubles, former champions. It's lots of stuff going on in this match. Could be anyone's match. Big splash attempt there by Banks, and there's no water in the pool on that one.
It speaks to just how talented Benjamin Banks is, because we see how advantageous it is to come in towards the end. Number 8, 19, and 20 are in the ring. So is number 2. That is not about placement. That's about the kind of man Benjamin Banks is, as Myron Malone looks to eliminate him.
And Benjamin Banks has been in the center of everything. He's really been out there, and Dive Victor is going to help his tag team partner. Look, it's advantageous no matter what happens, and Papadon again looking to pick up the scraps.
Papadon, the only one left standing, unsurprising, as mentioned before, a former VCW Liberty champion, a former heavyweight champion, the most accomplished singles wrestler, maybe the most accomplished wrestler in the match.
Dive Victor Griff waiting, striking. Benjamin Banks still in a very dangerous place on that ring apron.
Saving his tag team partner. And these 2 men, they have not come to blows yet. And wait! Diamond Victor Griff ends up being responsible for Benjamin Banks' downfall.
Benjamin Banks has been eliminated. Diamond Victor Griff has been eliminated.
By my count, that is 7 eliminations.
I count the same thing. That's remarkable.
For Papadon, and now as you mentioned, it is the present versus the future. Myron Malone, so close to becoming Liberty champion in the past. Greek God Papadon believes he deserves another run as the face of this franchise. These 2 men are going to be, one of them, the Liberty Lottery winner for 2025. And we cannot undersell the dissension in the ranks. There's problems
we
in
got
the
submission on the
Pinkies.
outside here. Banks is furious at Griff. I don't think he realized this was an accident.
Well, it's not like Griff has really engendered a lot of trust in Benjamin Banks so far this year.
Griff, to his credit, shoving past Banks instead of returning the blow, but there is a lot of dissension. And here comes Banks. This is not over, folks. But in the ring,
yeah, neither is the match in the ring.
Flying around.
And that is why he is that Glizzard Drizzle, that Sauce Savant, the tickest of tops, the hype supreme, the center of attention, Myron Malone looking to go all the way.
And then Papadon driving his face in turnbuckle, shutting things down just that fast. I won't disagree that Myron Malone's an incredible talent, but Papadon knows how to win the big matches, lining up Malone. This could be anything's right here.
But can Papadon take out the Riz Riot that is Myron Malone?
I mean, he's taking out 7 other people. Myron Malone could be number 8. This could be it.
Myron Malone on the outside, but Papadon celebrating a mite too soon.
Yeah, Malone still in this match, skins the cat. We're not done here, folks.
Malone has an opportunity, cannot squander it, taking a moment, and this may be a mistake not to attack from behind.
I think Papadon's realized something is amiss. He just do it, but Malone, yes, strike now. Low bridge!
Baited Papadon, and now Papadon in dangerous territory, but still not eliminated.
Potentially 1 shot from winning the match here. What's Myron Malone got left?
Also baited, and Papadon maybe looking to drag Malone to the outside.
And however he goes over is all that matters that he does.
Papadon's still technically in the more dangerous spot. If he loses his footing, he is toast.
Dangerous place to be.
The stronger man is Papa Don. Can Byron Malone resist?
Malone getting draped on that. Oh, they're both men on the apron here. Very dangerous position. Both men eligible to be eliminated.
And Byron Malone has been eliminated.
Here is the winner of the 2025 Liberty Lottery, the Greek God, Papa Don!
With a near record 8 eliminations, butting up against Rex Lawless for best performance in a Liberty Lottery match. Papa Don is your winner of the 2025 Liberty Lottery.
Papa Don taking advantage of that number 20 spot, coming in last, picking up the pieces, hitting the moves he needed to, and outsmarting the young man. And Papa Don now with a championship match against anyone he wants in VCW.
One day it will be Byron Malone's time, but it was not today. In a battle of the future and the present, we are still living in the time of the Greek gods. Papa Don is your 2025 Liberty Lottery winner, and he has the opportunity to challenge for any championship he desires. Not the results this crowd wanted to see, but not unexpected. He came in with the most experience, he came in with the best resume, and now Papa Don has something to say.
Papa Don, congratulations. You are the winner of the 2025 Liberty Lottery match.
Silence! And shut your mouth! Sasipa! I told you history was going to be made tonight. Now, each and every one of you people want to know which title I'm gonna go after? Do you want to know? I'll tell you guys. Huh? Could it be the tag team straps? Could it be the U.S. Liberty belt? Can it be the heavyweight championship that was stolen from me? Buy a ticket at the next show, and you might find out. Here you go, Tubby. Hold the rope.
Papa Don keeping his cards close to his vest. The winner of the 2025 Liberty Lottery, challenging for a championship of his choosing at a time to come. The Liberty Lottery will continue very soon.
The Liberty Lottery continues with the following three-way women's match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, hailing from Fairfax, Virginia, the feral Hyena, Hera!
The Liberty Lottery continues. I am Jason Heat, joined by Brandon Metheny, and the feral face of VCW Women's Division, Hyena Hera, is looking to avenge one of her few losses here in VCW tonight. She is over-caffeinated and ultra-aggravated, and that's on the best of days. But Hyena Hera has quickly rocketed to the top of VCW's Women's Division.
Introducing competitor number 2, hailing from San Juan, Puerto Rico, La Chica de Hola Hola, Nahir Robles.
Nahir Robles making her VCW debut on the grandest stage possible. Our Liberty Lottery here coming to you for the very first time from the Portsmouth Pavilion here in Portsmouth, Virginia. She has been making a name for herself all across the Northeast, now looking to define herself in the Mid-Atlantic. very proud of her Puerto Rican heritage, La Chica del Hola Hola.
Introducing competitor number 3. She hails from Los Angeles, California, Joiya.
Only her second match here in VCW, but what a debut it was. Upsetting Hyena Hera. The only competitor, aside from Erica Lee and Nyla Rose, to achieve that feat. The practitioner of strong woman style. Only just passing a year into her pro wrestling career, she is a prodigy in the making. And Hyena Hera was very much looking forward to a one-on-one match against Joiya Blake, looking to avenge that loss, and has made no bones about her frustration that Nahir Robles has been added to this match as a wild card.
Absolutely, Jason. This is not the match Hyena Hera wanted. She wanted a chance to beat Joiya Blake one-on-one and does not care for what she sees as an interloper here in VCW.
Hyena Hera is not interested in being anyone's third wheel, and now looking to read the riot act to both other women.
Look, as annoyed as you are, I'm not sure this is a great decision. You still have to face them both, and they could get very upset with you.
And Hyena Hera basically trying to bait the two into fighting each other and taking a powder, and Nahir and Joiya had that strategy scouted.
Yeah, not the most original plan, and one that was maybe a little too obvious. And so far, the other two have been working well together and sending Hyena Hera into the ropes.
Well, the enemy of my enemy is my friend until I turn on my friend to make them my enemy.
That's very true, and inevitably there will be turning on friends to make enemies in this match.
Sudden but inevitable betrayal is basically the hallmark of any triple threat match in professional wrestling. But first, we start with the show of respect.
Double show of respect. I don't understand what's happening here.
Well, this is called climbing the ladder until sudden but inevitable betrayal.
There we go.
You don't read the handbook.
Apparently I missed that chapter. But this is, I mean, look, at the end of the day, only one person can win this match. So at some point, you gotta beat everyone up, whether you like them or not to start the match.
The hard-hitting Joiya Blake showing off a little of that strong woman style, looking to take the early advantage. And Hyena Hera rushing in. Would have been too late, though, if Nahir Robles was not able to kick out under her own power.
I think that Hyena Hera just saw red and saw Joiya Blake and just wanted to attack her. The fact that she could have broken the pin, I don't think entered into her mind. She just wanted to go after Joiya Blake.
The first of two major triple threat matches tonight. The second will be our Virginia Heavyweight Championship match between Devantes, the Boar, and Rex Lawless. And now Hyena Hera, the claws are out, Brandon.
That wasn't a claw, Jason, that was a clothesline, and it was a big one at that, and Hyena Hera showing the power that she has and the dominance she's had here in VCW against everyone pretty much but Joiya Blake.
Joiya Blake scoring a rare upset victory against Hyena Hera, and now rolling to the ropes where she can break off any holds or offense, and this is some very smart ring acumen from the skilled rookie, Joiya Blake.
Absolutely. She really knows her way around the ring. She takes to it very naturally and has really impressed this year. But Hyena Hera is showing why she's the veteran there.
And that seemingly knocked Nahir Robles off the apron. And Nahir has really been taken out of this match for a significant amount of time.
Yeah, she is down on the outside, and that's a dangerous place to be because you can lose the match without being part of it. Your opponents can pin or submit each other.
You see Nahir now maybe looking to find the right insertion point into this match. Nahir, known for her hip-based offense, a very powerful base of operations.
And right now, a meeting of the minds potentially happening there. And just a double arm bringer off the top rope there.
And it does seem like both Joiya and Hera have decided that they are not interested in having Nahir invited to the party. They would rather settle this between the two. The long simmering hostilities now coming to a boil.
No, I think it's very clear that they do not care for each other and they want to beat each other and they don't want any controversy, any questions around it. They just want to win. And the best way to do that is one-on-one. Oh, wow. charging forearm and elbow there from Hyena Hera, just devastating maneuver.
An elbow right to the eye socket. Great positioning there for Nahir, who instinctively went to interrupt the pinning attempt. And yet again, Robles is being forced into a non-factor in this match because she can't even get in the ring.
Yeah, she hasn't really done anything out here right now. She just, like you said, she can't get in the ring. And her two opponents seem to have no interest in her getting there.
And now a difference maker as Robles taking the opportunity of the pinfall to interject herself into this match, and a lot of bad feelings must have been building up that are about to boil over.
Yeah, she is clearly very annoyed at Hyena Hera. Big back elbow there. Snapmare takeover.
Nahir with the first sliding lariat. And now using those very powerful legs to give Abyss of a kiss to the mat. And Hyena Hera being introduced to the canvas against her will.
And Robles here, I mean, Hyena Hera seems to be all out of sorts after that. Going for a pin.
Unconventional technique there.
But effective, a very impressive pin there.
La Chica del Ola Ola says that she is proudly unhinged, and that plays in to her professional wrestling style. And now compressing the spine of Hyena Hera.
Yeah, that's a career ender right there. That's a devastating maneuver. She needs to, turning her attention to Joiya Blake is a mistake. She should pin Hyena Hera right here.
Well, Joiya Blake, you can't ignore her coming back in, and that's the difficulty of the triple threat format. You have to take out both women with enough time to get a pinfall on one of your opponents. The best opportunity is exactly what Hera and Blake were doing earlier, keeping Nahir outside entirely and therefore unable to intercede.
Absolutely, and now all three women down. Gotta believe the first woman to her feet will really be in the advantageous position here because all three women had a lot taken out of her in this match.
Hyena Hera looking to defend that title as the face of this division.
Just throwing haymakers and chops.
All rising to their feet, strikes around the circle.
It seems to be who can take it more.
A battle of attrition here.
I would not want to be in there right now.
And Joiya Blake overpowers.
And very impressive sliding clothesline there. Extra momentum with that downward force.
Well, the former competitive cheerleader is no stranger to a difficult locker room. You want to think that it is a snake den inside of pro wrestling. Enter a cheerleading locker room. That's what I've heard.
I have heard the same thing, and maybe that's why Joiya Blake has taken to this so well. Incredible flexibility there. Big kick to the corner.
Great extension on the leg. Hyena Hera tried to fend Blake off, instead the spine buster.
And Joiya Blake just kind of falling into the cover there, only getting one, but it shows the toll this match has taken on all three women.
Now Joiya Blake knows that she will not be able to get a pin on Hyena Hera so long as Robles is still a factor. And oh wow, turning
it down to a pinfall.
And now Blake with the jackknife. Sorry, Hera with the jackknife. And Hera steals it.
Here is your winner, Hyena Hera!
The opportunistic Hyena living up to her namesake, coming in to pick the bones and steal the spoils. Joiya Blake looked to have that one.
Joiya, I mean, you can see the disappointment on the faces of both Robles and Blake in the ring, but all the credit to Hyena Hera. She saw the opportune moment, she took it, and she wins this match.
Hyena Hera has redressed the wrong she feels was done to her, achieved a bit of retribution, and Joiya Blake now knows the dissatisfaction of defeat.
And I suspect Joiya Blake wants another shot at Hyena Hera one-on-one. She looks very annoyed at the outcome of this match, and I don't blame her. I'd love to see these two tie it up one more time. And for Robles, an impressive first showing out here. Love to see more of her in the future as well. Lots of potential in the VCW women's division.
Let me hear you cheer if you like broccoli. Nobody likes broccoli? Are there any Ian Fleming fans in the house? All right, Music Man, hit it.
He always runs one of those walls. Yet one of them just comes. He looks at this world and wants it all. So he's good. When he strikes, that button. There's a lasting horror God. I goes on and on and on. But he thinks that the fight is worth it all. So he strikes. Like thunder,
You have just been serenaded by the intrepid traveler, Paul London. A concert to start our Legends Tag Team match.
The following contest is a Legends Tag Team match scheduled for one fall. Brought to you by Eric Kovic, Remax Alliance Realty. Introducing first, hailing from a Lone Star state of mind, weighing in a svelte 209 pounds, the interstellar traveler, Paul London!
One of our featured matchups here, this Legends Tag Team match.
Introducing his tag team partner.
From Thunderball to pomp and circumstance, he's not just Jay Lethal, he is Black Machismo Jay Lethal. Teaming with Paul London for this absolutely incredible spectacle of a tag team match. I am Jason Heat, joined alongside by Brandon Metheny. What a joy it is to be here and present to you these two men teaming up. Along long history between Jay Lethal and Paul London, and we'll get into the resume. But we last saw Lethal in VCW defeating Logan Easton LaRoe, and now taking on more legendary targets tonight. These two men were at the forefront of the explosion of independent wrestling in the 2000s. And that is a reason why they are here to celebrate the biggest independent wrestling show in the history of Virginia.
Introducing their opponents, they are 9-time Tag Team Champions and 2017 WWE Hall of Fame members at a total combined weight of 440 pounds, Robert Gibson and Ricky Morton, the Rock and Roll Express!
There is no more legendary tag team for a Legends Tag Team match than these two men, Ricky Morton, Robert Gibson, entering their 4th year, 4 decades as a tag team together. They are the Rock and Roll Express. 9 times NWA Tag Team Champions, among so many other accolades, including WWE that you can only see here in VCW.
Oh, yeah. I know most of you come here to see if Robert and I was still alive, didn't you? Oh, I'm having a great time. Thank you all for coming out tonight. Come on. What's up, Macho? You ready to go or no? I need to say no more.
What a unique privilege it is for us to have the opportunity to present and to call this match the Rock and Roll Express, the intrepid traveler, Paul London, and the former Ring of Honor champion, Jay Lethal.
This is the proverbial locker room sellout, Jason. I know every single person in the back is finding a place to watch this match. 4 legends of the business. And here we go.
Representing 2 different eras of professional wrestling. Ricky and Robert came into their own in the 80s, the heyday of Jim Crockett Promotions and the National Wrestling Alliance. Jay Lethal and Paul London, both luminaries of early Ring of Honor. Paul London, in particular, an innovator of the modern style of professional wrestling that would go on to define the X division, of which Jay Lethal was a pillar. So we've got 2 generations represented in the ring right now.
And also, it's worth saying, Rock and Roll Express, we are in Portsmouth, Virginia. We are in the heart of the Mid-Atlantic. This is these 2 men's stomping ground, very familiar territory for them. And the years may have gone by, but they have not missed a step. It's so great for the Rock and Roll Express back in Mid-Atlantic wrestling.
Jay Lethal, the longest reigning Ring of Honor television champion of all time, a former X Division champion, and now...
I'll tell you what. I bet you can't do that again, punk.
Laying a challenge on the line to Robert Gibson.
I feel like Gibson can do that again, and that may be not smart of Jay Lethal to challenge him. Cliff?
20 years of experience.
And sure enough, he can.
Yeah, 20 years of experience on Jay Lethal.
Yeah. Robert Gibson can throw hip toss.
And who can say that? 20 years of experience on Jay Lethal.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just over 100 years of experience in that ring. Robert Gibson, Ricky Morton showing that they do in fact still have it. Both going to the corners here, both throwing punches.
Ricky and Robert going to teach a little arithmetic to London and Machismo. I guess counting isn't technically arithmetic on its own.
No, it's just counting, but
Okay.
but the point still stands.
Thank you.
Very impressive. Robert Gibson taking Lethal over the top rope to the floor.
You heard the crowd chanting, "You still got it." Let's be clear, the Rock and Roll Express never lost it, baby.
They never did. Absolutely still one of the greatest tag teams of all time. Legends of the NWA, WWE Hall of Famers, just on anyone's Mount Rushmore of tag teams.
42 years together. And yes, of course, they are on the tail end of their careers. Yes, this is basically looking at the last ride, but they are a tag team that knows each other inside and out. Can the same be said of Lethal and London?
It doesn't seem so. I don't think these men have ever tagged together, to my knowledge. And it looks like Lethal's getting frustrated out there, throwing part of his gear at Robert Gibson and wanting Ricky Morton tagged in the match.
Well, when you channel Macho Man Randy Savage, patience and understanding is not part of the equation.
That is very true. Well, here comes Morton.
My goodness, the opportunity to call the legendary Ricky Morton tag made in now to the master of the Thunderball, young and virile Paul London.
Paul London is just something else altogether. The finest entrance music singing I have personally seen in some time, but also, don't let it fool you, Lethal in the ring.
Yeah, it's
Pardon
dinner.
the pun.
It's dinner and a show with Paul London if you like your meal as pro wrestling.
Sure, yeah, we'll go with that. A paid analogy, one I like. We'll go with that, Jason. But a dangerous man still, even in advanced years. Maybe he'll fly around there like before, but he's got it under his belt. He's done it all. He's seen it all. He knows what he's doing out there.
And Lethal and London took advantage. The distraction allowed for London to kick into the gut of Ricky Morton, but the tail has turned quite quickly.
Yeah, beautiful knee lift there by Morton. But a kick to the inside of the knee by Paul London takes Ricky Morton down. And now, using the ropes for illegal leverage, he's got a 5 count. Uses about half of it.
Simple and effective offense here by Paul London, who knows so many tricks, and now tag made in to one of the greatest wrestlers in Ring of Honor and TNA history, current AEW Ring of Honor star Jay Lethal. What a thrill to have Black Machismo back in VCW.
And we are honored to have all 4 of these men here. It's really remarkable to have them all in the same match. Is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I'm thrilled to be able to call it. I'm glad our fans get to see it because this is something to behold.
What a statement to be made about VCW that these 4 legends choose. Because make no mistake, they get to choose where they ply their trade, and they have chosen the Portsmouth Pavilion for the Lethal Lottery 2025.
Liberty Lottery.
Sorry,
You're looking at Jay Lethal.
I was
get
looking
it.
at Jay Lethal. It's always a lethal lottery when Jay Lethal's in the ring.
Absolutely. Paul London going to top a place he's very familiar with a beautiful double axe handle, taking off Ricky Morton's arm there. And now Lethal and London firmly in control.
And Ricky Morton in peril. Tag made now to Jay Lethal.
Very smart, keeping the fresh man in the ring, keeping Morton on their side of the ring.
It's incredible the schedule that the Rock and Roll Express have kept well into their 60s.
It is. I mean, these men could stop. They could retire. They could stop doing this. They do this because they love it and because they find a place like VCW to be welcoming and doing the type of wrestling and putting on the type of production they want to see.
Pro wrestling is in their blood as Jay Lethal with the slam, and now channeling the spirit of the Mach, going up to the top, looking for that big elbow to finish it off.
Lethal measuring, diving, a little too much time, and Morton sits up and gets out of the way. Can he make the tag?
No water in the pool for Black Machismo. London trying to rally Lethal.
And perhaps a poor choice by Ricky Morton should have made the tag to Robert Gibson there. Going for it now, there's the tag. Gibson, legal man, a house of fire coming in.
Rocking and rolling, punches and elbows to both Lethal and London. It looks like we're gonna see a meeting of the minds.
A very effective maneuver, and this could be it.
Double axe handle to the back, and that's not the kind of communion that Lethal and London were looking for.
No, Lethal let her break up the pin though. Setting Gibson, oh, and beautifully applied sleeper hold. Robert Gibson saw it coming, he's seen it all before. But a shot to back by London to break it up. But there's Ricky Morton to hop in there as well.
He's looking to put Jay Lethal to bed. And now the rock and roll continues. Rock and roll may never die.
Beautiful counters by Lethal and London there. Oh, great. And both Rockwell Express members duck. Lethal taken out.
A bit of friendly fire between Lethal and London, and this is a very dangerous situation. Destroyer! Destroyer to Paul London, and the Rock and Roll Express get it done!
Come on, man. You clothesline me. All I wanted to do was hit my top rope elbow drop. That's all I wanted to do.
Hold on. They're so fast. They're fast old people. They're super fast. They have like enhanced applesauce. The soft foods they take are enhanced. They should be checked. Who the hell are you?
Well, you know, to quote the great late Eddie Van Halen, I believe the heart of rock and roll is still beating. Oh, who am I? Oh, I'm a famous celebrity comedian. That was a joke. They were supposed to laugh at that.
Oh no, who this guy is?
So I want to practice a little bit of journalistic integrity right now, if I may. Let me ask you, how does it feel to lose to two old relics like that? No, there wasn't. No. Oh, Mr. Machismo, did you think y'all had the night off tonight? Yeah, I tell you what. Emmett. Well, Brawl is Brawl, MMA is here tonight, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and get my audition taken right now. How about this? Me against the both of you in a handicap match. No, that ain't.
Did Tim Loulies just challenge Jay Lethal and Paul London to a handicap match?
He did, and I think he's gonna live to regret that.
I don't think he's gonna live to regret it. I think this is the night we say goodbye to Tim Loulies from this mortal coil.
It could very well be the case. Paul London with a kick.
And Lethal said there was only one thing he wanted to do tonight. Machismo had one goal, and I think he's gonna accomplish it. And what was that, Brandon?
That goal was to drop an elbow from the heavens, and poor Tim Loulies is gonna be the target.
Let's put a stake through this energy vampire. Loulies sucks the life out of our shows, so let's put an elbow through the heart.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
Black Machismo, Jay Lethal with the moral victory here. And, well, gotta earn it. The Lethal London powers have been activated.
Our main event tonight is to determine the #1 contender to the Virginia Heavyweight Championship.
Here we go.
Wait, oh no!
Oh, Rod Mills! Oh, referee, senior official Ron Mills takes it full on in the chest.
Wait a minute.
Lawless running
Well,
with
the
that
referee
chair.
is still down. Devantes has disarmed Rex Lawless. Oh no!
Devantes is aiming for Rex Lawless, but hits the Boar instead.
We have a #1 contender!
Did you see what I just did to the Boar out there? I crushed that little Boar, and now I'm turning my attention to you, little bro, to you, Devantes, and I am going to take that VCW title. Keep it warm for me, Devantes, because it's coming to the pectoral beside it.
Oh, the Boar is not happy. Security's getting in the ring here. We had a fight breaking out, ladies and gentlemen. We need to clear them out.
Main event here at VCW at Hampton High School. No one does explosive power the way that Devantes does. Now from that choke bomb, and Devantes has felt it, had it scouted. TKO! TKO! And this is how he defends championships, but not today.
Lawless avoids, the ref gets run over in the corner.
And wait a second!
A low blow!
And Lawless is taking advantage, and we're bringing out the chair. Wait a second! Here's the Board, looking to right some karmic wrongs, and he is going. Wait a second! Oh! It was clear he was aiming for Lawless at first.
Listen, the referee's calling for the bell.
But it's a disqualification.
You gotta wonder if this is a receipt for what happened last time. Oh, Devantes certainly thinks it is. He does not think that was an accident. Oh, we have another brawl out here, folks. We need security in there.
Devantes absolutely brained me with the steel chair. So what? I'm big enough, I'm man enough, I'm bad enough, I can deal with it. Oh, you're back for more. You're back for more. We can do this right now.
It is quite possibly the biggest main event that we can offer at this time. We've got a Boar versus a Haas. We've got two powerful fan favorites. Wait a second, wait, no! That's Rex Lawless! And for the third time in a row, we are robbed of a clear and decisive winner, and the entire locker room is coming out to try and separate these wild beasts. Wait a second, and now it's a strike. July 19th, no more excuses, no more questions. Three-way match, Rex Lawless, Devantes, and Pig Daddy Cool Face. The best will walk away with the title.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our main event of the evening, brought to you by Brawlers Brawl MMA, with an event at the Virginia Beach Dome on October 18th.
Hey Jim, you know the whole sugar daddy.
Main event time here at the Liberty Lottery 2025. The biggest independent wrestling event in the state of Virginia demands the biggest main event VCW could offer. And that is being supplied, not just in terms of talent, but in terms of tonnage. It is going to be a meat market spectacular here in this main event. I am Jason Heat, calling the action alongside Brandon Metheny and making his way to the ring. The man who says we have to thank him for the house. The main attraction in the main event, the heavy metal monstar, Rex Lawless. This match has been being built to for 6 months. Half a year has gotten us to this point, as three men have circled each other and battled each other. No one has been able to claim dominant victory. There have been disqualifications, there have been attacks, and now it will be settled here in a triple threat for the greatest prize in Virginia, the Virginia Heavyweight Championship. The first of two challengers has made his way to the ring, and I believe the sentimental favorite is on his way. The total porkage, the enormity of execution, Pig Daddy Cool. It's Boar! The QB of the locker room. the man who wants to once again be the face of the franchise. A former VCW champion who has been desperate to get it back is tonight the night here in probably the greatest showcase of his career, that the Boar can reclaim the belt that rightfully he should have never lost. Chosen by the fans and spurned by management, Boar was cheated out of the VCW Heavyweight Championship over a year ago. It was the reason, and Jerry Stefanidis and two big bulls already getting nose to nose. And there is still a third element to add to this increasingly combustible situation. This is a Haas fight, and you don't have a Haas fight without the Haas of all Haas's. The VCW Heavyweight Champion, the most explosive athlete in Virginia, a man who suffered through career-ending injuries, a car accident that nearly cost Devantes his life, put him on the shelf for what was supposed to be 9 months. A normal man would have been out for 9 months. Devantes was back in under 5 and won the title in his return bout. Since then, Devantes has been a fighting champion. He has fended off all comers except these two. Devantes is yet to score an untainted victory over either the Boar or Rex Lawless. Because there is consistent one-upsmanship and interference by all three, let's take it to our ring announcer, my colleague, Brandon Metheny.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our main event of the evening, a three-way match for the VCW Virginia Heavyweight Championship. When the bell rings, the man in charge, VCW senior official, Ron Mills. Introducing first the challengers. Standing to my right, he hails from Long Island, New York, and weighing in at 265 pounds, he is the heavy metal monster, the pectoral Poseidon, Rex Lawless. Introducing challenger number 2, standing to my left. He stands at 6 feet 4 inches tall and weighed in at 265 pounds, the Boar! Finally, standing to my right, he hails from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and weighed in at 235 pounds. He is the reigning and defending VCW Virginia Heavyweight Champion, the Haas of all Haasses, Devantes!
The three most dominant men in this company. The three most violent men in Virginia. In a match where nearly anything goes. Where there could be no interference by Devantes or Lawless or Boar, because all of them are here in the ring participating in this match. And the main event of Liberty Lottery 2025 is underway. 3 men circling each other in the calm before the storm.
And this is a match that has been building for months and months. All 3 men going at each other.
Well, there's a clear person that the other 2 do not like, and it was quick that Devantes and Boar started slugging out with each other, but by far, Rex Lawless is the least liked man in this match.
That may be true, but look, we've seen no love lost between Devantes and the Boar over the last several months. I'm not sure there's any friends in this match, Jason.
There's no friends, but I think there is an arch foe, and that would be Lawless. I mean, the man showed up today in a stretch limousine with private security. He doesn't dress with the rest of the locker room. He doesn't allow members of our staff to look him in the eye. And now Rex Lawless taking advantage of Boar prone on the outside.
Look, I will not deny that Rex. Oh, beautiful by Devantes, diving and taking out both of his challengers.
It is very rare to see Devantes leave his feet of his own volition. This is a special match that calls for special circumstances.
Well, the thing is, these 3 men know each other so well that they have to pull out every trick out of the bag. They have to do things that they haven't seen before, things that their opponents can't have prepared for. This is for the richest prize in Virginia. This is the main event of Liberty Lottery. You can't keep anything left in the tank.
Well, they are coming right this way. We might be in the line of fire, partner, because traditionally in a triple threat match, there's no disqualification.
And here comes Rex Lawless behind him.
A ton of latitude being offered by our referee. Now, this is not
a ton of human being here.
There's a lot of equipment here, Rex. Rex Lawless is a scary man.
Yes, he is. Under any circumstance, even more so when that bell rings.
But just to be clear, this is not a false count anywhere match. You can do a lot of damage on the outside. You won't lose the match on the outside, but you can't win the match on the outside.
No, winning is pinfall or submission in the ring, period, end of story.
But this is a circumstance where the champion's advantage is out. Wait, the Boar! You will believe that pigs can fly!
Holy cow! Boar leaping off the stage. Just an incredible sign of athleticism there, taking out security and his opponents. Just incredible stuff out here.
Hell and Portsmouth both may have just frozen over because I watched the Boar, all 6 foot plus of him, leap into the air. This is a man that believes in the power of the heavyweights, but he wants to be the champion that badly.
Well, and also, I mean, look, again, like I said before, if you want to be the champion, you can pull it out of the bag. Is Rex Lawless gonna fly?
Rex Lawless!
Holy cow! I've never seen that.
A bowling ball falling from the heavens just scored a magnificent strike.
I mean, that is a tremendous amount of force coming down. That's a lot of weight dropping from a significant height.
Between all 3 of these men leaving their feet, that's a ton of tonnage that just came crashing down to earth. Who is going to be the worse off for all this carnage?
I mean, at this point, I think that Boar is worse off, but he's not in the ring, so you can't pin him to win the match.
And that is the explosivity. Said it before, Devantes, the most explosive wrestler in VCW. This is the opportunity Devantes needed, but now Boar coming in.
Yeah, Devantes is built for those short bursts, tons of power there. Boar, don't let his size fool you. Great cardio, can go all night, and Rex Lawless is just a monster. That's all there is to it.
Big splashes to 2 big men. I mean, everything in this match is going to be supersized.
Absolutely, including that side slam. This could be it. Rex just won. Lucky for Rex Lawless and for Devantes, because Lawless is not going to break that pin up.
Such tenacity amongst all 3 of these competitors who each believe that they could lay claim to being the rightful champion at this time. Of course, it is Devantes, who is the defending champion.
Boar has been a champion before. Rex Lawless never held gold to VCW, but boy, has he come close.
One of the most dominating performances we've ever seen in last year's Liberty Lottery.
And go for a pin when you can get it. Yeah, absolutely. 1, 2.
Barely a 2, and you'll notice Devantes not even involved in that potential decision. That is the disadvantage of a triple threat. The champion can lose the title without being involved in the decision.
Absolutely.
This is the opportunity that both Boar and Rex Lawless need. While Devantes is on the outside, maybe they can steal 3 seconds to change their lives.
Yeah, you gotta take advantage of these rare one-on-one opportunities. This is when you win these matches, when you make it happen. And Rex Lawless just can't quite get Boar up there.
No shame in that. Boar is a very massive mammal.
But then he gets him up, beautiful!
Falcon's arrow, clutching the legs, and Boar able to get up, and Devantes still struggling on the outside, clutching his knee. I wonder if that knee has suffered some sort of more serious damage that's keeping him from being a factor.
I really wonder about that as well, Jason. When you saw him adjust his knee pad, we could see that his competitors couldn't, which is perhaps a slight advantage to him, but if he can't go at full strength, that's a real problem for Devantes because he needs it.
Boar gets the foot up.
Rex Lawless eating nothing but boot on that.
And while we're seeing a lot of, well, I would say high-flying maneuvers from these men, it is not part of the usual offense. Choke slam by the Boar. We're going to have a new champion.
And Lawless kicks out.
And now Devantes continuing to work on that knee brace, and it's very possible that old injuries have been aggravated for Devantes.
Absolutely, it's a rough and tumble match out there. Three very large men hitting hard, so you never know what can happen.
How can you pick up Rex Lawless that easily?
I don't know, and the Boar as well, and a slam on top of Lawless. Devantes showing why he is the champion in the Hospital Horses. Beautiful running senton.
Insane athleticism by Devantes.
You've got to believe it's just adrenaline at this point, right?
No, it's shock and awe offense by a man who constantly surprises us in the best way possible.
Devantes, big splash in the corner to Boar, now one to Lawless.
Well, this is exactly what Boar did earlier, so I guess one good splash deserves another.
And now a running big boot by Lawless to Devantes.
No one has the leg extension like Rex Lawless because no one has been gifted from birth with legs that long.
Boar trying to take Lawless over. Big boot takes Lawless down. That'll do the job.
Of course, Boar trying to prove me wrong right there. And the champ is standing tall,
big
dominant.
Devantes trying to get Boar up, trying to make something happen here.
Rex Lawless now, the odd man out. This is the best opportunity Devantes has had after spending a significant amount of time struggling with his knee. Can he take advantage? But no, Rex Lawless already in.
Lawless throwing Devantes over, and the German suplex from Devantes to Boar. These three men just know each other so well.
Literally grabbing Devantes' leg while Rex Lawless was running outside and now slamming the skull of Devantes into that steel pole.
Lawless sees his opportunity here. Big kick to the face. This could be, we have a new champion.
Is Rex Lawless about to become the new VCW champion? Came within a heartbeat.
Boar had just enough left to get that shoulder up, but it was not really a kick out, Jason. He rolled that shoulder off the man. That was all he had.
Well, we've seen such astonishing feats from all three of these fighters. This is a question of attrition at this point.
Absolutely, and Devantes still messing with that knee on the outside, picking his spot. It looks like Rex Lawless, though, could be going for the jugular here.
There is a reason that this was chosen as the main event of this, the biggest and most important event that we hold here this calendar year, 2025, the Liberty Lottery. We know Papadon has a title shot opportunity. Who will it be against? Wait!
Pump handle driver, 1, 2. And Devantes just getting the shoulder up.
Yeah, last centimeter of a second. Just like you said earlier about the Boar, that was not a kick out. That was a shoulder roll with desperation.
Yes, absolutely. Definitely rolling with disadvantage on that one. And Lawless, you got to believe that if he had a better cover on that, more of a conventional cover, may have won the championship.
Lawless has Devantes in his sights, but Boar potentially playing possum for a moment.
I think very much playing possum there. He saw Lawless coming and knew he had his moment there. Boar pointing like he's going to go up top.
Boar limping, though. Very noticeably favoring one of those legs.
And that makes me question the wisdom of this. You need to get there fast, make this count, and win the match. And this slowness is really going to cost him, I think.
No offense, but forget wisdom. Go on gut and instinct this match. You just got to follow your heart. Big elbow drop.
And dropping right to the heart of Rex Lawless. Lawless going to be out cold.
But Devantes there And even a somewhat sluggish Devantes is able to interrupt that cover. That's the thing, you have to incapacitate 1/3 of the opposition before you even go for a pinfall.
And none of these men stay down easy. It's just that simple. They are not just some of the strongest, some of the toughest people we have in VCW. That's why they're in this main event. That's why Devantes is the champion. And that's why he is fighting back into the Boar right now.
DDT right to the snout.
Devantes now saying he's going to go up top, saying this is it.
Pulling out all the stops, going deep into their respective playbooks.
Lawless dragging himself across the mat.
And Devantes may have made himself vulnerable.
Almost a European uppercut there.
Almost thinking he was going to try and put Devantes in a backpack position and then changing his mind.
What on earth is Lawless going for here?
Whatever it is, it's not going to be good for Devantes. And now Boar's got an opportunity to do something very, very special.
And are we going to see, Jason, could it be?
I think this spells doom for Rex Lawless.
Beautiful Doomsday Bulldog there. And now the question is, who's gonna cover?
The answer is Devantes with the arm draped and almost more of a spasm by the Boar to break up that cover.
Boar just sort of shoving Devantes out of the way. Not a lot behind that. All three men just gassed out here. Folks, it is hot. It is humid. This is a tough, tough environment. And all three men have given it all.
But there are no excuses. These three men have each laid claim to being the best in this state. Tonight, one of them gets to claim that as fact.
Right, this has been the inevitable end as these three men have circled each other for months and months and months. Now we see who is the best, just throwing forearms, elbows, headbutts, as they're all too exhausted to stand.
Brutal shots that are increasing in strength even as they decrease in speed, almost like they're trying to charge up.
Also increasing in efficiency, just hurting people. Big boot from Lawless to Boar.
And Boar tried to use the momentum off the ropes, but instead Devantes caught him.
Looking for a TKO perhaps. And a spear by Lawless or into Boar, helped by Devantes.
And now the spear by Devantes into Lawless. We know that Devantes and Boar both use variations of that move. That's the first time that we're seeing it out of Rex Lawless.
And Lawless again studying tape, knowing these men so well. Lawless able to roll to the outside.
Gore is war! This is how he won the title from Logan Easton LaRoe. We got ourselves a new champion! And Devantes rolls that shoulder. We're being told it's two by referee Ron Mills.
He picked that shoulder off the mat. That was the barest of kickouts, but it counts. And Lawless trying to drag himself to his feet, using a chair on the outside, I think, just to pull himself up.
The crowd has picked a favorite. They are willing on the Boar, but Devantes says, forget it. I don't care what you like. This is my story.
And a high-level spear. Lawless, he's bringing the chair in the ring, may see his opportunity here.
Again, no disqualifications.
A cover by the Boar, broken up in the most violent of ways. Rex Lawless, just a reign of terror with that chair.
Taking advantage, and a chair right to the head. Boar barely got a hand up to cover.
I don't think he really did. I think Boar is in La La Land right now.
Rex Lawless following the letter of the law, but not the spirit. There has to be a limit to the leniency that Ron Mills will give this man.
There's no disqualification. He can do whatever he wants to. And Lawless feels like he is on the cusp of immortality, the cusp of that championship.
Are we about to see a brand new champion? Devantes says, not if I have anything left in the tank. And Rex Lawless is your new champion.
Hey, Jim, you know the old sugar daddy.
Here's your winner, and the new Virginia Heavyweight Champion, Rex Lawless!
It's not the ending anyone wanted to see except for Rex Lawless. Rex Lawless is crowned champion for the very first time in his career. He did it with a chair. I think he did it cheap as all hell. but the stakes were clear. The man who walked out of this match holding that belt got to call themselves the best in the state. And whatever we may think about how we got here, that man is Rex Lawless.
Rex Lawless using the rules of the match to his advantage with a chair, with the choke bomb, and now the heavy metal monster, the most terrifying man in VCW, sits on top of the mountain.
It was an incredible reign for Devantes. The Boar remains unsatisfied, and we begin the era of the pectoral Poseidon. Thank you so much for joining us here for the Liberty Lottery 2025, the single biggest event in our company's history. For Brandon Metheny, I'm Jason Heat, and we will see you at the next one.